Hello YouTube, it's Zoe at Hunt's Herb and Prepsters, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very simple salve. Now salves are a really simple, easy thing to make. Now the one I'm going to be making, I'm going to be adding a few more extra things, but you can literally follow the basic recipe if you want to. So what you need if you're going to make a salve is you need basic beeswax pellets. This is a bag of beeswax ones, and these are cosmetic grade, which we've got here. And you need some oil, which I've got here. And now mine is an infusion. Now if you want to start making salves on your own and you just want to experiment and see how they go, you can start with like a basic grapeseed oil or almond oil, even olive oil. Olive oil is great for dry skin and things. And you could add just a couple of essential oils with that. Or if you're into infusing oils, or you know how to infuse an oil, which is really quite simple, I'll do a video on it soon, you can do that. And this one I've got today is actually lemon verbena, which I've had in an infusion, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm using this one today because I want to be, it's really good for dry skin. It's an antibacterial and antimicrobial, and it's also really uplifting and calming at the same time, and it's a great smell. And I want to make like a sort of winter I get like little dry patches on my arms in the winter, sort of eczema, and my stepson's getting it and my husband gets it, and so I want to have something that I can put into my gift baskets and give away to people I know that's going to really help them with their dry skin and stuff. So without further ado, also you'll need to do this, you need some good little tins, handy little tins that you can put them in, either glass or metal, and some of your favourite essential oils, going on whatever you really want to put in there. So it's that simple. And as you can see, I'm going to be adding just a couple of extra little things because mine is actually for like sort of uplifting winter and for dry skin one. So I'm going to flip you around so you can see what I'm doing, because I've tried to get a good camera angle in my kitchen and to show you how I could actually do it where you film me and that, but it's just not working. So I'm going to flip you around and show you like I do with my jams, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so here we are at the thing. Now I'm actually very lucky. My mum gave this to me. It's a really old one. I think it's been passed down through generations, but I've got this lovely double boiler that I use just to make creams. So you can see you've got the water boiling in the bottom there and the pot going on top to get hot, so you can melt it for this. And I have this one just specifically for creams, but I haven't always had that. What I used to do is just get a pan and actually stick this jug in there and just stand it in the pan like that in the hot water and boil it up and melt everything in that. But in this one I'm going to use my double boiler because I love it. So what we've got here is I've got this. Now when you're making a salve, you really want, for every 1 cup of oil, a 1/4 of a cup of beeswax pellets. That easy. And then work it out from here. So I've got about, and then what you do is you put a plate in, a bit like with jam, put a plate in the freezer, and you can test it. You can test the consistency of it then. So if you want to make it like a little bit harder, you can add like a few more beeswax at the end, or if you want to make it a bit softer, you can just top it up with a bit of oil till you've got the right consistency. So here I am going to pour this oil into the pan. And then with the beeswax, you put in a 1/4 in. So I've got about, well, I've got 1 1/2 of what 1/4 is, about 1/3 of a cup. And we'll see how we go with that. We're just going to chuck that in. Got a few left in the bottom. I'm going to chuck those in. And now we are just literally going to let that dissolve. Then when it's dissolved, I'm going to add a couple of the other bits that I want to add into it. If it wasn't that, you would then take it off the heat. Well, I'll show you that anyway in a minute. Take it off the heat, add your essential oils, and then you pour it straight into your pots. So I will see you when this has melted. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, the oil has melted. Now I want to add, I've got some lovely Manuka honey here, which I'm just going to add a tablespoon of now to dissolve into there. I've got this on a low heat as well. Once I've boiled the water, you want to keep it on a low heat so it doesn't burn. I'm just going to dissolve that into there because I want all of those, because this is like a healing cream for me. I want to have all of those wonderful healing qualities in there, and I really want it to be beneficial to our skin and everything. Oh dear, steam is going. So there you go. So we're just literally going to finish melting that in there. And as you can see, if you look at the, that's the honey in the bottom. There are a little bit of the leaves still from my infusion when I drained it, and I don't mind about that. I just want a couple in there. It sort of adds to the rawness and the homemadeness of it, and people just love that kind of thing. You know, when you buy stuff in the shops, it's just so chemical, and every single thing, literally everything ingredient, which other than the essential oils, and actually I think one of the essential oils I've got probably is actually okay, you can ingest, so you know that you're not going to have a really allergic reaction to this. They're all healing, good quality healing ingredients. So I am going to leave that honey to melt a bit, and we'll be back. Let's just leave that in there. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so here we are. So as you can see, I've tested this on my plate and it's turned into a lovely waxy, oily salve, which is absolutely beautiful. Rub that on any skin and and it already smells wonderful. So just move that out of the way. As you can see, I've got my pots ready to go, and as you can see, I've got this in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry up. Now I've picked lime, well, basically because these are my two new ones. I've picked lime because I want it to have a sort of uplifting smell for the winter, you know, something you can put on in the morning that's going to help with your dry skin and then just give you a nice uplifting smell with the smell of that lemon verbena and a nice warming ginger. There we go. So I've got these two new ones. So they've got popper lids. I can't get them off with one hand. So I'm going to pop them in. I'm going to pop 5 drops in of each and see how that smells. And then we'll come back to me, and then I'm going to pour them into the pots and we'll see you at the end. Okay, so there we go. I managed to get 8 tins, which is wonderful, which means there's a couple for me left over. And there we go. And that is my winter salve. Really simple, really easy. I think everybody should be making them. One of the other things I forgot to say was the reason why I make a lot of my own creams and stuff is, you know, due to my fibromyalgia. One of the things I decided to do in my life was just cut out all the chemicals, and a lot of the stuff you buy in the shops does contain a hell of a lot of chemicals. So I started to get into making my own creams and stuff, and at first I thought it was really daunting, but the thing is it's not. It really is quite easy, you know, once you've got the equipment. So don't be afraid to have a go, and you know, it's not really that expensive if you do make a few mistakes. So good luck. I will bring you back at the end just to see the finished product when it's set. As you can see, I just got to leave this sitting on the side now to set in, and hopefully that will be a lovely soothing balm salve for people to have over the winter and part of my Christmas baskets. Okay, so there you go. That's the end of the video. So I got 8 tins out of it in the end, and here it is. Here's the finished product. Look at that beautiful colour. You can see, get a bit closer with it, and it smells absolutely lovely. That lemon verbena has got kind of, it's like it's a leaf, but it's like a real sort of musky lemony smell with the lime in it and the ginger. And that just a little bit of honey, it's just made it smell really lovely, and I've already tried it and it's amazing. So it's going to be really good on dry skin, and just a lovely little winter warmer salve just for the winter to help with those dry skins and just to lift up your mood, because all of those smells in there are like really uplifting. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it inspires you to get out and have a go, because it really is that simple. And I know I added a few things, but really just get some oil, get some beeswax, a couple of your favourite essential oils, and give it a go, because you know there's just no harm in trying. And like I said, if you haven't got a double boiler, don't worry, glass bowl on top of a pan of water, or even a glass jug inside of the pan, and it will work just as well, as long as you don't get it too hot. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.